Hi students, thanks for tuning into this video. This is the second video in a series about dividing fractions and mixed numbers. And I'm going to give you three more examples to look at. As always, if you get the general idea and you want to try them on your own, hit pause and then watch me walk through the rest of it and see if you're correct. Okay? It's always a good idea to try it before I actually show you. Alright, the first example is 4 3/10 divided by 3 1/2. As I mentioned in the previous video, the key here is that you see the division sign. Okay? And what we're doing is we are going to divide 4 3/10 by 3 1/2, but we have to change them into improper fractions first. So we're going to use the multiply add rule here with the 4 3/10. 4 times 10 is 40, plus 3 is 43. And keep the same denominator. Okay? And I know that we are going to invert and multiply because of this division sign, but let's go ahead and change 3 1/2 to an improper fraction. 3 times 2 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. Keep the same denominator of 2. Alright? Now what you're going to do is you're going to flip the second fraction over. Only the second one, that's the one we're dividing by. Okay, always the first fraction stays the same. Now when you invert, that changes the dividing into a multiplication problem. Okay, because when you divide something, it's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So once we flip it over, change it to a multiplication, then we see if we can do any canceling here. And I notice that a 10 and a 2 have a common factor of 2. So that'll leave me with a 5 in the denominator and a 1 on the top. All right. Now I'm going to squeeze this in here, see if we have some room. 43 times 1 is 43. And 5 times 7 on the bottom is 35. Now, of course, we have an improper fraction there, and since we're done with the dividing part, let's go ahead and simplify it back to a mixed number. How many times does 35 go into 43? Once. That's my whole number. What's the remainder? Well, 35 and 43 are 8 apart. So there's my numerator of my answer. 1 and 8 35ths. Alright, so there's my final answer. The second example, what we're going to look at is 1 5/8 divided by 4 9/10. So the first step, as you know, is to go ahead and try to find each of these as an improper fraction. Alright, so 1 times 8 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 eighths. 4 times 10 is 40, plus 9 is 49. And then put that over the denominator of 10. Now I have not flipped it over because it's still a division problem. All I did is write them as improper fractions. Okay? Now in the next step, I turn my division problem into a multiplication problem. Don't invert the first one. Only flip over the second one because that's the one you're dividing by. So now it becomes 13 over 8 times 10 over 49. Okay, look for a common factor. Sometimes that's known as canceling. And 13 and 49, can't do anything with those, but 8 and 10 has a common factor of 2. So I now have a 5 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. You're going to multiply across, so that would be 65. Whoops, I already see a mistake there. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'm going to have a factor of 4 down there. Sorry about that. So now 4 times 49 is 196. Okay? Now I will not be able to reduce that. So it looks kind of strange, but I do have 65 over 196 as my answer. Alright, let's look at our third and final example. I hope that you're trying these too. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 fourths. Alright, now since it's already a fraction 1/5, let's go ahead and invert it and change it to multiplication right here in this step. So now it's the same as multiplying by 5 over 1. So 19 and 4 and 1 and 5 and 4. Take a look at the top and the bottom numbers compared to each other. There are no common factors. So let's go ahead and multiply it straight across. I know on the bottom it's 4 times 1. On the top it's 9 times 5, 45. Carry the 4 and that would be 9. 95 over 4. No other way to reduce that other than make a mixed number out of it. So you're going to go 4 into 95 goes how many times? 23 with 3 left over. 23 3/4. All right, well, I hope that you tried all 3 of these examples. And just to remember the procedure, you're going to change everything into a fraction. Sometimes it has to be an improper fraction. And you're only going to invert and multiply by the second fraction. Always look for some common factors to cancel out. That way you'll get a smaller set of numbers to make a mixed number if that's your final procedure. All right, hope that helps, and thanks for watching. All right, there you have it. I invite you to go to my website now, MathPowerLine.com, or email me or give me a call. The way I work best with students is live online in my classroom. So if I can help you in any way, answer some specific questions, the first lesson with me is free as I show you how everything works. All right, study hard and take care.